Hello, welcome to HITC Sport. Right, so at the start of the season, I did my usual predicting the championship table, which is one of the stupidest things to do in football. Honestly, that league is just ridiculously hard to predict, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to looking back at these. Rotherham. Neil Warnock worked a minor miracle in keeping them up a few years ago. Best of luck, lads.
Oh no, you said Rotherham would finish last. We finished 22nd.
Yeah, I mean, you're still going to be playing Wycombe Wanderers next season. It's like Mike Ashley arguing with a pregnant woman over who weighs more. Either way, both of you most likely need 2 seats on an airplane. To be fair, I'm not going to take too much credit for this. A blind monkey could have predicted Rotherham getting relegated. They had Billy Jones in fucking defence. That's like trying to swim the English Channel with a bag full of cement strapped to your fucking back. QPR. Okay, so I got this one wrong with QPR staying up, but it's still not really a great season for you. How the hell is Steve McLaren able to get a job in football in 2018? Have the lads at QPR just been asleep for the last 10 years? Jesus Christ, he should have about as much chance of getting a job in football as my grandmother, and she still thinks it's 1964. Now, you might have thought my vendetta against that man was personal. No, he didn't run over my dog or spit on my granny. He's just someone who finds himself down the local job centre more often than the lads off Jeremy Kyle. Wigan Athletic. Nah, Wigan didn't go down either. I mean, I don't know how. Their top scorer is 8 goals. Bolton Wanderers. They'll have enough to stay up. Just. No, I was only 2 places out with this. But no, I genuinely thought Bolton Wanderers were going to survive. They put up about as much fight as Sean Bean does in every movie. Getting killed off after the first 20 minutes. Bolton fans must feel like burying their heads in a oven. It has been a horrendous season for them. The club is in such a state they haven't even played all 46 games this season. But to be fair, when you're giving Sammy Amiobi 30 plus matches in a season, that's pretty much the equivalent to walking headfirst into a burning house. Birmingham City. Lads, I don't expect big things from Birmingham this year, right? And even if he does get them going, I mean, remember when Gary Rowett had them 7th and he got sacked? Yeah, Gary Monk had them 7th at Christmas and they've ended up finishing 17th. I'm sorry, finishing 17th in this league. When you have a fellow who's scoring 20 plus goals a season, it pretty much just means that the Birmingham defence must have had all the resilience of a bowl of soggy Weetabix. Reading. I was so fucking close. I'm 1 place off getting an actually correct position. 1 place. But at least I was right about Paul Clement. He's shit. He gets sacked every season, loses most of his games, and does his best to ruin any semblance of young talent he can get his hands on. Best of luck, Reading, because you're going absolutely nowhere with this man. He was sacked in December, but to be honest, my grandmother could have telegraphed that one. Clement is a perfect example of a man who's done well as assistant manager, putting out the cones in training and combing Ancelotti's hair. But give him the top job and he looks about as comfortable as a Mormon at Oktoberfest. Although to be fair, Reading, while you've had a god-awful season, I will give you credit for having made it through your 4th season of Paul McShane without drowning yourself in a f***ing bath. Blackburn Rovers. I am 7 clubs in, and I still haven't got a position right. This is just beyond a joke. If you just want an example of like terrible ownership, look at Blackburn Rovers. It's actually sad. I mean, I got the part right about the Venkies strangling the life out of this football club. They finished 15th. It's a decent season, although for a former Premier League champion, finishing 15th in the goddamn championship being classified as a good season, that's like Mike Tyson being congratulated for lasting 20 minutes on the treadmill without coughing up a f***ing lung. Ipswich Town. You just got knocked out of the EFL Cup Exeter City. Ipswich fans, you do not get to be angry that I put you 17th, alright? Angry. Ipswich Town fans will probably sell their firstborn for a sniff at 17th. It's a new era for Ipswich under Paul Hurst. A new era under Paul Hurst. Yeah. You know how long that new era lasted? 15 games, he won 1. So naturally the Ipswich board thought, who should save us from relegation? How about that guy that's been relegated more times than Nigel fucking Quashie? Bristol City. I mean, it's just gonna be a miserable 16th coming up.
Have fun!
Nah, they finish 8th. So I f*** this one right up. Brentford. 15th for the Bees.
Massive Brentford fan here. Reckon we're going up this season. Why are Brentford so low? They usually end up top half and play some good football along the way. Brentford playoffs, are you well? Brentford coming 15th, are you mad? They're actually decent, more like 6th or something. You do have Brentford fans and they're getting promoted.
They are most certainly not getting promoted.
Brentford 15th, we'll see about that. I support Brentford and 15th, really? Honestly, Brentford top 6.
Honestly, no.
Are HITC 7s and HITC sports related?
Yeah, sure, he's like that uncle who stares in your window when you're trying to sleep.
Brentford fan here, you honestly don't know anything about the championship. You're predicting 15th for us. We've been playing some of the best football in this league for years, and this season everything is in place for to really push on. Don't be surprised to see us in automatics or playoffs.
Say, That's a funny looking playoff place. Lads, I really opened a can of worms by putting Brentford so low. It seemed like I offended every man and his dog. Lads, relax, alright? I wasn't saying that your club should be burned to the ground. To be fair, I was wrong. I mean, Brentford didn't finish 15th, but they finished a lot closer to that than they did 6th. They ended up in 11th. 4 points off 15th and 10 off the playoffs. Lads, if I ever visit Brentford, their fans are just going to spit in my face. At least then I'd feel the contact of another human being. Millwall. Christ, I better give Millwall a good score. Or I'll have about 12 of them at my front door with a bunch of baseball bats. Surprisingly, I didn't have a brick put through my window 20 minutes after I uploaded this one. Presumably, Millwall fans have more important things in life to do than exacting revenge on annoying YouTubers, like robbing old ladies or punching babies in the face. You haven't really added to your squad though. So, Millwall fans, no top half this year. Please don't find out where I live. Millwall dropped 13 places from last season, finishing 21st, winning 4 games in 2019, and staying up by 4 goddamn points, forcing League One fans everywhere to breathe a sigh of relief. Don't worry lads, your stadium seats won't be getting ripped out for at least another year. Hull City. Finally! A correct position. I finally predicted a right one. Only took me 12 positions to get there. I don't even care what I said about Hull in the video. I'm just going to cherish this correct prediction. It's going right on the fridge because honestly, it's probably going to be the only one I fucking get right. Sheffield Wednesday. Oh lads, I'm on a fucking roll. Maybe I finally found my stride now. Maybe it was just the bottom half I completely messed up. I genuinely can't remember who I picked as 11th, but let's hope it was something close. Norwich City. Norwich City 11th. How Daniel Farke still has a job? Like, I don't have a clue. After predictions like that, I'm surprised I still have a f***ing job. They have a good squad. They should be in the promotion hunt. They should be. They should be in the promotion hunt. But Farke can't seem to coach his way out of a paper bag. What kind of f***ing idiot? To be fair, Daniel Farke was just some German nobody who looked a bit like a melted Johnny Depp, who guided Norwich to a disappointing 14th last season. So last summer, when James Maddison and Josh Murphy were both allowed to leave, they signed the likes of Timu Pukki, a lad who failed in f***ing Scotland. Of course, I assumed they're gonna have another season of wretched boredom. Hats off to you though lads, you played some absolutely scintillating stuff this season, and are deserved champions. But Jesus Christ, 11th, like, it can only get better from here. Sheffield United. Oh, for f***'s sake. Chris Wilder's a good boss, alright? He did a very good job with Sheffield United last season. I'm expecting more of the same this time out. But, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we will see. See that you're a f***ing idiot. West Brom. Is anybody confident about giving Darren Moore the job full time? The man is not a manager. He's a coach. I mean, a good coach, but he's not a manager. Oh lad, just stop talking. And by November, we'll be down the job centre alongside half the cast of Jeremy Kyle. What is it with me and asking why good managers are still in their jobs? I mean, yes, Darren Moore is currently unemployed and probably spends most of his days dressed in pyjamas, but he really shouldn't have been sacked. He did a great job with West Brom. They're 4th. I don't know why I was so confident that they finished 9th, but then again, I was also confident that my barber wouldn't make me look like a butch lesbian, and then this happened. Preston. Listen, Alex O'Neill, despite looking like a hard-boiled egg, is a good manager. Is he? I think they'll come close again this year. No, Preston finished 14th this season. It was a massive step backwards and just another wrong score. I'm good at this. Swansea City. Looking at your squad. Oh wow. You really think you're coming back with that? Graham Potter's unproven in English football. Like, I don't think you'll have a horrendous season, but you're not coming up. I mean, to be fair, I know Swansea finished 10th and not 7th, so technically, yeah, this one right up a tree, but I actually think what I said was kind of accurate. Swansea's squad wasn't good enough to get up this season and yeah, just a mid-table finish. Nottingham Forest. Aitor Karanka is a safe pair of hands and I'm tipping them for big things. I honestly don't know what possessed me to predict that Nottingham Forest were going to sneak into the playoffs. I think I just bought into the hype of Aitor Karanka, a man who with every passing day is looking more and more the B-Tech Tony Pulis, which is essentially like Cardi B being the B-Tech Nicki Minaj. Either way, they both make you want to rip out your fucking eyes. To be fair, when Karanka walked away in January, Forest were 7th and just 4 points outside the playoffs. So, if he'd stayed, you never know. I might have actually got one right instead of messing it up once again. Derby County. Lampard is still a man with about as much managerial experience as my f***ing butcher. I don't even think he'll see out the season. I think he'll get the bullet by about February. With Derby languishing mid-table, only for someone like Harry f***ing Redknapp to come in and save the day. And by save the day, I mean scrape into 5th, lose in the playoffs, and have him immediately retire for about the 5th time. Leeds United. I do think Bielsa will help them into the playoffs, but as we all know with Leeds, it's not going to be smooth. I mean, this is pretty accurate, I think. Yeah, smooth? Nah, my bollocks isn't smooth. It's been a season of last-minute goals, spying in the bushes, scoring morally incorrect goals, diving like Tom Daly, and collapsing like my kidneys on St. Paddy's Day. For Christ's sake, lads, you just lost a 10-man Ipswich. That's like losing a game of hide-and-seek with Stevie f***ing Wonder. Aston Villa. I think Bruce will get them in the playoffs again, but I think they will fall short. Leaving Bruce to repeatedly smash his head against the fridge, wondering when the f*** he's ever going to get out of this goddamn league. It's been a weird season at Aston Villa. They were 16th of Halloween. Steve Bruce got the sack. Dean Smith took forever to sort out the defence. I mean, 5-5 with Nottingham Forest. Alan Hutton turned into Cafu for 5 minutes. Tyrone Mings kicked a few more heads. Jack Grealish got a smack in the ear. It wasn't me, lads. They won 10 games in a row and it's all ended with them being in the playoffs. Middlesbrough. It's Tony Pulis in the Championship. Of course he's getting promoted. Next, Tony Pulis is a necessary evil. He'll keep you up, he'll get you promoted, but it's going to be 9 months of f***ing hell. It's a bit like getting a rotten tooth yanked out of your skull. You know it's going to be good for you in the long run, but it's also going to make you wish that you were f***ing dead. Now imagine getting a dead tooth pulled out with pus seeping everywhere, but finding out that it just makes things worse. Middlesbrough fans have had to put up with Tony Pulis' mind-numbing zombie brand of football for the last 9 months, and they've not even been rewarded with promotion. They didn't even make the goddamn playoffs. Stoke City. Yep. I remember this one. The worst prediction saved for last. There's been a big turnaround at Stoke, alright? And James McLean, Tom Ince, Sam Clucas, Ashley Williams, and Benik Phobia are all good championship signings. Was I having a laugh? They're all f***ing shit. Gary Rowett is a good boss, and it will click eventually. No, it didn't. Rowett was sacked in January. Nathan Jones has done nothing but bore the fans to death. 11 draws from the last 15 games, with 5 of them being goalless draws. I'm almost scared to do a predictions video for next season. After this, I'll probably predict Barnsley doing the f***ing thing. To be honest, looking back on that, they weren't the worst predictions ever. I got most of the clubs in and around where they ended up. But at the end of the day, yeah, I only got 2 correct places. 2 out of 24. But lads, this is honest to God the hardest league to predict. Again, I don't know what I was thinking with Stoke, but I'll make another one in the summer and react to my Premier League predictions in the next week. Anyway, Instagram and Twitter is there. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.